Hi, I'm Andi. Welcome back. I'm really happy that you're here. Today I am bringing you my No Pan Left Behind update for quarter 2. At the beginning of the year, I set it a goal to myself to use as many palettes as I possibly could, use them no pan left behind, and see how far I get toward the end of the year. I might continue this next year, but it's just a challenge for myself to see how much of my eyeshadows that I can get some use on before the end of the year. Just like my quarter 1 update, I will be showing you photos of the palette, and it's going to be color-coded depending on which month I used that shade. I have palettes in here that have quite a few shades in them, so I don't have the amount of palettes finished as I did last month. I believe last month I had 16 palettes that I had completed the No Pan Left Behind. I think this time I only have 7. I actually have 9. I thought I only had 7. I have 9. So I'm going to show you the ones that I have completed first, and then I'm going to show you a few that I have that have a good amount of progress on it, but they're not quite done. So the first 2 I'm going to show you are smaller. I like to go from smallest to largest, and this is the Essence Bronzed This Way palette. This is what it looks like. I did use it no pan left behind. You know, that's not a hard thing to do. You could pretty much do that in one setting. It did take me a couple or a few times to do that because I had a couple of these shades that were interfering with my Love Your Eyeshadows, and I didn't want to take the attention away from those to use this. The second one is the Essence Dancing Green. I believe I have completed all of my little Essence palettes. This is what that looks like, and I just love these little guys. They're such nice little palettes, and they're $3.99. Seriously, $3.99. I got mine buy 2 get 1 free, so I paid even less than those. The next palette that I have completed is, I got this, it was a freebie gift with purchase from Ulta, and I think it's called Meet Me in the Moonlight, but it's just an little Ulta palette. This is what it looks like. Now, the bronzer or blush or whatever that is and the highlighter are not included in this because I have a blush and a highlighter challenge going on right now, which I will have the update for that either tomorrow or the next day after that. But these shades right here I did use, and I was very pleasantly surprised with this little palette. I thought that the shades were really nice, and I felt they were pretty pigmented for, something that's kind of cheap. So I was really happy that I kept this because I wasn't sure that I was going to be keeping it. But I'm really happy that I did because I liked the looks that I did with it. Next up is the Steve Laurent. This is the Wild Thing. Yep, Wild Thing palette. I got this for, I believe, either Christmas or birthday gift from Laura the Bargain Hunter. Anybody that I've mentioned, I will have linked in the description box below. That is what it looks like. And this is one of my favorite color stories, this cool neutral, and it was lovely. It has a lovely formula, and I really enjoyed using it a lot. And yes, I completed that. Next up is the Pat McGrath Bridgerton palette. This one is the Diamond of the First Water. That is what that. I don't watch Bridgerton, you guys. I know. I have to give my woman card back, but I don't watch Bridgerton. There's nothing about that really interests me. But anyway, it is a very pretty palette. That is what it looks like. This shade right here, I'm not going to be swatching much, but I do have to show you this. This shade, I felt like I did need a glitter primer for it, but that is what it looks like. It's more of a topper, and it is so pretty. And I really, really did enjoy using this palette. I think the color story is very much me, and I love it. I didn't get a wipeout, you guys. I wasn't planning on swatching, but the next palette that I completed is the ColourPop Peach Out palette. I got this from Just Janet, who is an amazing friend and subscriber. And this, I believe I believe you can get this at Target. It is one of the color pops that they made for Target, but the formula is no different than the good ColourPop formula that we all know and love. These shimmers are beautiful, and I really love this. This is such an amazing summer palette. Such an amazing summer palette. Matter of fact, I just used this part of this in a Get Ready With Me that I filmed the other day. I needed a really pretty coppery orange, and that one was perfect for what I needed. Next up is the Melt She's and Parties palette. This is one of my favorites. I had this in a project for No Pan Left Behind. This is my color story. This shade right here was just in my Love Your Eyeshadows as well. But this color story is all me, and I love it any time of year. I do love this palette in the winter, but all year long. I'll wear that palette all year long. And I got this on sale on Melt's website, and I was so excited for it because I have been wanting it for a really long time. The next palette that I completed is Pat McGrath. This is the Mothership 4 Midnight Sun. Midnight Sun. I always want to call it Moonlight Seduction, and that's not it. But that is what it looks like. Such sturdy packaging. And I had this in a project also. I can't remember which one it was in, but it is a beautiful palette. I also got this from Leanna Dalton when she gave me the Bridgerton palette. But it is so beautiful. And of course, I need to swatch those two guys right there, because those are, to me, the best shadows in the palette. Those are so pretty. Now, this is one of the special shades, and it is pretty, but it is not my favorite shade in the palette. It is gorge. I love her special shades. Do I think that this palette is worth $125? Absolutely not. Is it worth when they get it on sale? Yes. If you can get it on sale, I do recommend, because the formula is amazing. It really is. It is a lot to pay for a palette, but yes, as you can see, this shade here has been used more than any of the others. And then the last palette that I have completed for my No Pan Left Behind is the Huda New Nude palette. I did get this on sale at Sephora. I think I got it for $30. I think I did. And I had completed the Rose Quartz and the Naughty Q1. So this quarter, I wanted to grab this one. Now, you can see on the graphic that these two are marked out in black. I don't use glitter. I don't like glitter, so those will not be used, but the rest of the shades have been used 100%, and even some of them more than once. But it is such a beautiful palette. I love Huda Beauty. I love their palettes. Huda eyeshadow formula and Natasha eyeshadow formula are just in a class of their own to me. I love them. I think they're beautiful, and I think they're 100% worth the price of the palettes. But if you can get it on sale, it's even better. It's even better. Those are all the palettes that I have completed. I do have 6 that I have really good progress on, but I have not yet finished them. The first one is the Violet Voss Flamingo palette. I have been slowly working through this. I did put this in a project. I want to say it's in my deck of panning. This is what it looks like. It is such a beautiful palette and such a summer. That screams summer. And I've really been trying to scratch this one off my list. And I know for a fact that I have not used any of the blues. And I know I haven't used this, but I can't remember which other ones I have not used. But you'll see the graphic. The next one that I have a lot of good use on, and I didn't show any of these in my Q1. I didn't show anything that I had progress on. I only showed the ones that were completed. So this is from February, actually, and this is the Zodiac, the BH Zodiac palette. And this is still one of my favorite palettes. I know some people have said that the baked formulas don't age well, but I have not had any issues with that. So this is what it looks like, and it is such a beautiful palette. I love the baked formula. I think those shimmers are just exquisite, and they're so beautiful. But I have not completed it, but I do have a good amount of progress on it from February. Next up is the Blend Bunny Dollhouse palette. I have really good progress on this. I'm not quite half done. Not quite half done with it. I know that I have completed this row, this row, this row, not these down here, but this row, this row, this row. And then I have this completed, but I haven't used the purples and I haven't used the greens and I haven't used all the rest of this right here. So I do have some work to do in this palette, but it should be rolling out before the next quarter. I'm really concentrating on using these palettes that I have a good amount of progress on so that I can get those rolled out next quarter. The next one is the Melt Amor y Mariposa. I love this palette. This is also in a project right now, and I think it is in my Let's Get Panned project, and it is so beautiful. And I have used it this month, but this month doesn't count toward my quarter 2. So I'm going to show you what I had already used, but I still, just a little spoiler for next quarter, I have this shade left, and that is all I have left to use in this palette. And I was going to use it today because I did use this shade and this shade in my look today, and I was just going to throw it on there, and I didn't, and I kind of forgot. But it is such a beautiful palette, and I love the formula of this. And then the last 2 palettes that I have a good amount of progress on. The first one is the Inslee Rain Cosmetics Cold Moon palette. I got this for my birthday from Mary Catherine Loves Cats, Laura the Bargain Hunter, and Cece from Panning for Goals. They sent me this for my birthday. It is so pretty. That is what it looks like. And I believe more than half done, but I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure if I'm more than half done yet, but I do have a lot of progress in that palette. And then the last one that I have progress on is also Inslee Rain, and it is the Lands of Enchantment palette. Both of these, I have looks that I did on my channel. I will link them up in the cards. And the artwork on these is beautiful. This I got from Makeup and Chaos. Ash, one of my best friends, Ash from Makeup and Chaos, sent me this for my birthday. And again, it is absolutely stunning. I don't have quite as much progress on this as I did the Cold Moon. Such a beautiful palette that you could use any time of year. These dark jewel tones are just stunning. And I'm not usually a pastel girl, but these are so pretty for blending out and such great quality. There's a reason why they cost as much as they do, because they are such great quality. So those will hopefully be rolling out during my quarter 3 update, which should be in October. Let me know in the comments below if you are working on any palettes No Pan Left Behind, what those palettes are, and what you're thinking of your progress. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I really appreciate you being here. And until next time, everyone have a great day, and we'll see you later.